Hi there, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, we're so glad to have you. Don't forget to subscribe and become part of our growing community. I have a special message for you today. Please take what resonates with you and don't worry about the rest, it might be meant for someone else. The message I want to share is a powerful reminder of how God works in our lives. Sometimes life feels like a battle, and people may try to bring us down. But here's the truth: someone tried to ruin your reputation, but God saw everything and stopped them in their tracks. He protected you when you didn't even know you needed protection. The Bible tells us in Job 5:12, He frustrates the plans of the crafty so their hands achieve no success. This verse is proof that no plan against you can succeed when God is on your side. You may have noticed that some people have been acting strangely toward you. Maybe they spread lies or rumors about you, trying to damage your reputation. Others might have pretended to be your friend only to turn your words against you. It can feel like betrayal and leave you wondering who you can truly trust. But here's the good news: God saw all of it. He knows the truth, and He stepped in to protect you from the harm they tried to cause. Their plans didn't work, and they never will. You are someone with a kind heart. You've always treated others with kindness and respect, even when they didn't deserve it. You've trusted people, believing in the good in them, but some took advantage of your trust. They may have thought your kindness was a weakness, but they underestimated the power of God in your life. Through it all, you kept your faith, and that faith became your shield. God was watching over you and fighting your battles even when you didn't see it. Now, those who tried to harm you have been silenced. Their plans have failed and they don't know what to do next. They may have thought they could control the outcome, but God had a better plan for you. He protected your name and your spirit. What they meant to harm you has turned into a testimony of God's goodness and power. You are walking proof that God's protection is real. It's important to remember that God knows everything. He sees what we cannot see: people's intentions, their actions behind closed doors, and their plans. If God is leading you to walk away from certain people or situations, trust Him. Even if it doesn't make sense right now, He is guiding you for your own good. Sometimes He removes people from our lives to protect us from things we don't even know about. Trust in His wisdom and follow His guidance. Maybe you faced betrayal recently. Someone you trusted may have let you down or turned against you. Betrayal is one of the most painful experiences because it comes from those we care about. But even in that pain, God is working. He is healing your heart and restoring your trust. You don't have to carry the hurt forever. God is lifting that burden from you. If you've been struggling with health issues, this message is also for you. God is working to heal your body, mind, and spirit. Seek medical help if you need it, but trust that God's hand is on your healing journey. Here's something incredible to know: spiritually, your name is now clear. Any negativity, lies, or bad intentions directed at you have been removed. What was meant to harm you has been transformed into blessings. God is preparing to restore what you've lost and give you even more than you could imagine. Soon you'll see changes in your life that reflect His goodness. The same people who tried to harm you may even come forward to admit their lies. They will have no choice but to acknowledge the truth because God's light is shining on you. God is a God of justice. He clears away the darkness and restores what has been stolen. Your good name is being restored and His favor is upon you. You don't have to worry about fighting this battle on your own. God has already won it for you. Stay strong and keep trusting Him. Your victory is here and is bigger than anything you could have achieved on your own. Your story is now a testimony of His faithfulness. Sometimes when we go through struggles like these, it's easy to ask, why me? But remember, every challenge you face is an opportunity for God to show His power in your life. What you've gone through has made you stronger, wiser, and closer to Him. The battles you've faced were not in vain, they've prepared you for the blessings that are coming. The same people who doubted you or tried to harm you will now see God's favor on your life. They will realize that no one can come against someone who is protected by God. If you're feeling uncertain or afraid about what's next, take comfort in knowing that God is in control. He sees your heart, your efforts, and your faith. He knows the sacrifices you've made and the pain you've endured. He is not only protecting you, but also preparing you for something greater. Trust that His timing is perfect, even if it feels slow to you. The blessings He has for you will come at just the right time. Take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. Think about the times you've overcome challenges that seemed impossible. Those moments were proof of God's presence in your life. He has always been with you, and He always will be. No matter what others say or do, their actions cannot change the plans God has for you. These plans are good and they will always prevail. As you move forward, let go of the hurt and anger. Forgive those who tried to harm you, not for their sake, but for your own peace. Holding on to bitterness only keeps you stuck, but forgiveness sets you free. When you forgive, you allow God to work fully in your life. Trust Him to handle the rest. He is the ultimate judge, and He will take care of everything in His way and His time. Stay calm and take a moment to think before reacting if you find out someone is trying to harm you. Whether you see this happening in real life or experience it in a dream, don't rush into action. Instead, take a deep breath and remind yourself that you are protected. Be thankful because your name is already clear and the truth is on your side. This situation might be upsetting, but staying composed will help you handle it better. For married men, this could be a serious warning about potential harm to your marriage. Someone might have deliberately tried to bring another person into your life to create problems. They may have wanted to cause confusion, misunderstandings, or even a complete breakdown in your relationship. It's important to understand that this kind of attack isn't always about physical actions or choices, it can also have a spiritual root. Sometimes negative forces work behind the scenes, stirring up trouble in ways that aren't immediately visible. If you've tried to explain the truth to your partner but they didn't believe you, don't lose hope. Many problems in relationships, especially in marriage, start on a spiritual level before they appear in real life. Jealousy, bitterness, or negative intentions from others can create invisible barriers that lead to trust issues and misunderstandings. Marriage is a sacred bond, but it is not immune to attacks from people who are unhappy or envious of what you have. Unfortunately, society often encourages people to give up on their marriages when things get tough instead of seeking God's help and guidance. Marriage requires hard work, patience, and prayer. It's not something that stays strong on its own. Both partners need to put in effort to maintain the relationship. When challenges arise, the best thing you can do is turn to God in prayer. Ask Him for wisdom, strength, and understanding to navigate the situation. Don't let spiritual struggles or conflicts destroy what you have built together. These challenges are real and they must be taken seriously. By treating your marriage with care and respect, you can overcome difficulties and grow stronger as a couple. It's easy to feel like giving up when things get hard, but marriage is worth fighting for. Instead of rushing to end your relationship, trust God to guide and protect you both. He is the foundation that can keep your marriage strong even when storms come. Let Him lead you and give you the wisdom to handle any struggles that arise. Trust that with His help, you can rebuild trust, communication, and love in your marriage. Having a partner who is close to God is one of the greatest blessings in marriage. A husband who leads with God's wisdom creates a safe and supportive environment for his wife. This doesn't mean she is weak or incapable, it means she trusts his spiritual guidance and feels secure in his leadership. A strong spiritual connection between spouses is like an anchor. It keeps the relationship steady even during the toughest times. Unfortunately, not everyone will celebrate your happiness. Some people, out of jealousy or unhappiness in their own lives, might try to harm your relationship. They might spread lies, create misunderstandings, or stir up trouble to make you doubt each other. If your marriage has experienced trust issues, it's possible that these external influences played a role. Jealousy, envy, and even spiritual attacks can create cracks in the foundation of a marriage, leading to bigger problems over time. If your marriage ended because of trust issues, it's worth reflecting on whether these problems might have started outside your relationship. Sometimes people with negative intentions deliberately target happy couples because they can't stand to see others succeed. This is why it's so important to protect your marriage, not just physically, but also spiritually. Pray for protection, ask God to shield your relationship, and take steps to strengthen your bond as a couple. Building a strong marriage takes effort from both partners. It means being honest with each other, forgiving mistakes, and always striving to grow together. It also means being aware of the spiritual side of your relationship. Just as you would work to protect your marriage from physical harm, you must also guard it against spiritual harm. Prayer is one of the most powerful tools. You have to do this. By praying together and asking God to guide your marriage, you invite His presence into your relationship and create a shield against negativity. When problems arise, it's important not to ignore them or brush them under the rug. Talk openly with your partner about what's bothering you and work together to find solutions. Communication is key in any marriage, and it helps prevent small issues from turning into bigger ones. If you're facing spiritual challenges, pray about them together and seek guidance from God. Remember that He is always there to help you, no matter how difficult the situation may seem. Sometimes spiritual attacks can come in the form of doubt, fear, or insecurity. These feelings can creep into your marriage and make you question your partner's intentions or commitment. When this happens, remind yourself that these emotions often stem from external influences rather than the reality of your relationship. Turn to God in prayer and ask Him to remove these negative thoughts from your mind. Trust in His plan for your marriage and have faith that He will guide you through any challenges. If you're married, take your role as a partner seriously. A husband should strive to lead his family with love, patience, and wisdom. This doesn't mean he has to have all the answers, but he should be willing to seek guidance from God and make decisions that are in the best interest of his marriage and family. When a husband leads with God's wisdom, his wife feels secure and supported. This creates a strong foundation for the relationship and helps the couple face challenges together. For wives, supporting your husband spiritually can make a big difference in your marriage. Encourage him to seek God's guidance and pray for him regularly. Let him know that you trust his leadership and are committed to working together to strengthen your relationship. By building each other up spiritually, you create a bond that is hard for outside forces to break. Remember, marriage is a partnership, and both partners have a role to play in keeping the relationship strong. When difficulties arise, don't blame each other or focus on the negatives. Instead, come together as a team and work toward a solution. Pray for each other, support each other, and always seek God's guidance. He is the ultimate source of strength and wisdom, and He can help you overcome any obstacle. In the end, marriage is a journey of growth, love, and faith. It's not always easy, but with God's help, it can be one of the most rewarding experiences in life. Don't let the challenges you face discourage you or make you lose hope. Trust that God has a plan for your marriage and that He will guide you through every difficulty. With His help, you can build a strong, loving, and lasting relationship that honors Him and brings joy to both you and your partner. Take your marriage seriously and always be on guard against negativity and spiritual attacks. Pray for protection, wisdom, and love, and trust that God will keep your relationship safe. By relying on Him and working together as a couple, you can overcome any challenge and build a marriage that stands the test of time. Relationships often go through hard times, and yours was no exception. It wasn't just about trust or small disagreements. There was something much deeper happening, something spiritual. At first, it might have felt like you were just having normal arguments or misunderstandings, but what you didn't see was how negative energy from jealous people was playing a role in those problems. Sometimes people envy the love and connection you share with someone else. They may not even realize how their jealousy creates a ripple effect of negativity. This negativity can seep into your relationship without you knowing, making small issues feel much bigger. It can lead to one partner acting out of character or making choices that hurt the relationship. Over time, these actions may create trust issues and unfortunately even lead to a breakup. What seemed like a physical or emotional problem was actually a spiritual challenge in disguise. When things like this happen, it's easy to feel hurt, angry, or betrayed. Those emotions are natural, but they don't always help us heal or move forward. That's why it's so important to take a step back, look inward, and trust your heart. This is where God's guidance comes in. He sees the bigger picture and knows the path to healing. Sometimes God asks us to do things that feel really hard, like forgiving someone who hurt us. Forgiveness isn't easy, but it's powerful. It doesn't mean you're excusing what happened. Instead, it means you're choosing to let go of the pain, the anger, and the weight you've been carrying. Forgiveness heals your heart and sets you free. The people who tried to harm your relationship didn't act out of love, they acted out of jealousy. They saw something special in your relationship that they didn't have, and that envy drove their actions. It's important to understand that their behavior wasn't a reflection of you or your partner, it was a reflection of their own struggles and insecurities. While it's frustrating to think about how their actions affected your relationship, holding on to anger only gives their negativity more power. Now, you're being given a beautiful chance to heal. God is opening the door for new beginnings in your relationships. This doesn't just apply to romantic relationships, it can also mean healing connections with family members or friends. If there's someone on your heart, someone you feel called to reconnect with, don't ignore that feeling. It might be time to reach out, to have an honest conversation, or to offer forgiveness. Choosing love over anger and letting go of the past can bring incredible peace to your life. Of course, this doesn't mean you should forget everything that happened. It's okay to set healthy boundaries and protect your heart. But it's also important to remember that some people acted out of ignorance. They didn't fully understand the harm they were causing, and they may have been influenced by their own negative energy or struggles. This doesn't excuse their behavior, but it can help you find compassion as you move forward. Healing takes time, and it's a journey that looks different for everyone. For some, healing means mending a relationship and giving it a second chance. For others, it means letting go of a relationship entirely and finding peace within yourself. Whatever path you choose, trust that God is guiding you every step of the way. He knows what's best for you, and He wants you to experience the kind of love and peace that only comes from Him. If you've been thinking about reaching out to someone, whether it's an old friend, a family member, or a partner, don't wait too long. Sometimes we hesitate because we're afraid of how the other person will react. But often the hardest step is simply starting the conversation. Trust God's timing and let go of any doubts. If the person is meant to be in your life, God will help pave the way for understanding and reconciliation. It's also important to remember that not everyone has good intentions. The people who tried to hurt your relationship didn't act honestly, and their plans ultimately failed. Their actions couldn't destroy the love you shared because that love was strong and genuine. In fact, the challenges you faced were a testament to the strength of your bond. Strong relationships often face the biggest tests because they have something truly special. Now you have an opportunity for a fresh start. This doesn't mean everything will go back to how it was before. It means you get to choose how you move forward, whether that's rebuilding a relationship, starting over with someone new, or focusing on your own personal growth. Protect the relationships that matter to you and stay open to making peace where it's needed. You may even find that someone reaches out to you soon wanting to talk or make amends. This is a time for new beginnings. Let go of the pain, the anger, and the doubts that have been holding you back. Choose to embrace love, forgiveness, and healing. When you do, you'll find a sense of peace that you may not have felt in a long time. God is working in your life, clearing away the negativity and replacing it with His blessings. He's giving you the tools and opportunities to rebuild, to grow, and to thrive. If you're feeling unsure about what to do next, take a moment to pray. Ask God for clarity, for strength, and for guidance. He will show you the way forward, even if it's not immediately clear. Trust that His plan is always for your highest good, even when it feels difficult or uncertain. As you move forward, remember to protect your heart, but also to stay open to love. Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to let everyone back into your life. It means you're releasing the hold that anger and pain have on you. It means you're choosing to focus on the positive, to nurture the relationships that bring you joy, and to let go of the ones that don't. Someone might surprise you soon by reaching out, apologizing, or wanting to reconnect. Be open to hearing them out, but also trust your instincts. Not every relationship is meant to be rebuilt, but every situation offers an opportunity for growth and healing. Let this message bring you peace. Know that you are loved, that you are guided, and that you are never alone. God is with you, helping you heal and move forward. Embrace this new beginning with faith and an open heart. Choose love, let go of the past, and step into the blessings waiting for you.